Hey everybody, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm still at school. I have to have a dental appointment today, so I'm trying to get this done a little bit early. So I'm going to go right to the discussion board. And Michael, I have saved your pictures, but I'm just going to do this part really fast because I don't want you guys to have to, go through a long lecture. I love that you think the class is relaxing. That is the best thing ever. But as long as we're learning, I feel like, we don't work super hard at the beginning of this course, but it's so much information. I don't want to, overwhelm anyone. So in this first picture, I love how, you've kind of capitalized on the moodiness of the winter sky, that pale sky. And I really like how the color scheme is kind of, speaking to one another, the greens here and the greens here. Very nice. And this one is another one that is, very moody and intense. This one I don't really see the difference from last week, so if you want to send me a note and tell me what you did differently, maybe you increased the contrast a little, maybe? Not sure. Okay, let's see what others had to say. Yes, I agree. Oh, Caden thinks like me, the dark atmosphere of the weather. Good. And the colors in the first photo made the horizon fit. Very good, Michaela. I agree. Look at us thinking alike already. And let's go to Kavarian. Just send me a note if I'm spelling your name or saying your name wrong, because I don't want to do that. Okay, so cool that you've got experience with Photoshop. I love that. And Bridge, I know the guy in the video uses it for like 1,000,001 things. I tend to just use it to keep things organized. That's just my thing. Some people do simple editing in there. I don't really. I use it as just organization. And so you've got 2 pictures here out of the 3. So we did need 3 this week, and if you want to just send me another one, a third one, then that would meet the assignment completely. So I do love the color saturation in this picture. I think that is lovely. Sometimes it's easy to go a little bit too far, with color saturation, and then it starts to break down and become pixelated. But I think you're safe here. And this one as well. Lovely. The sky came out almost like a lilac, a soft violet. So very nice, very interesting. How that little pop of color, and I don't think you really went too far, I mean. Yes, I agree, Caden. And pictures of water, yes. Water's so relaxing. We need water. We need water in our lives. Around here, it's all about the lakes. Just lakes everywhere. Okay, so, Anna, I like what you learned here. I feel bad that you still feel confused about how to use Bridge. I think that it's kind of complicated, and if you love complicated and you like to know 1,000,001 things, then, go for it. But like I said, I only use it to organize. And I mean, I'll show you, I'll put a little quick tutorial in about me using Bridge, and so you can see that you really don't have to go so crazy with it. You can just keep it as an organizer, and it's amazing for that. And it's amazing to show your pictures to people, or even just look at your pictures off of your memory card, or say you're plugging in your phone to your computer and you want to just go through those images, and see a big image. It's great for that. And then from there, it's like a springboard to Photoshop. So that's really all I use it for. But like I said, I'll make a little quick video about it. So don't worry about redoing. Never any worries there. Okay. I love, love, love this picture. It's great. And I see that you straightened it, and it perfectly aligns with the horizontal and the lower part of the image. And it really does just lead the eye all the way through. I think you could, you know, amp up the saturation just a touch if you wanted to make that contrast even a little stronger. But we'll get into that again in the future, because this is probably going to be one of your keepers. Okay, and remember that we need 3 images this week from our photo walk. So if you want to send me the additional 2, I can add those to your assignment. And I'll just update your grade. I agree, Caden. Almost like a hallway. Yes, it's like a passageway. Very cool. And yes, horizontal. Good, good. Very kind. Love kindness. It's the best. Caden. Yeah, metadata. Sometimes you have to do that, like if you get to the master's degree level, or if you become really famous and your pictures become worth a lot of money. It's kind of like a copyright thing. If you insert your own metadata into the image itself, then no one can steal it from you. You know, like say you post it. And that's happened to people I know, where they their image was stolen and, you know, marketed, and other people made tons of money from it, and there was nothing they could do because it was hard for them to prove that it was theirs. So this image is beautiful. I don't know what that little green spot is there, and that is curious to me. My eye just wants to go right to it. You know, there's like these lines leading to it. So I think I have to look back at your original image and see what's happening there. But other than that, lovely. I love it. Beautiful colors. Goodness, that sunshine is gorgeous. That's the golden light. And then it's funny how our, you know, kind of like spaceship image here is in almost this bizarre color world with like a purple sky, and the green is saturated even though it's overcast. So very interesting. This one I think I'd have to look back to the original to see what's going on, like what your edits were. I think I would actually straighten the ground line. It's a toughie though. It's like the vertical lines are, you know, straight as they can be, really. So it's almost like an artistic decision. Do I straighten it? But I'll tell you, in the higher ups, you know, the people who are in this industry, they look at things like that. And, you know, I never thought that that was important in the beginning, but now I know it is. Very nice, Michaela. Okay, let's see. Where are we? We're on Michaela. Okay, Michaela. Yes, Camera Raw. It's like, pardon my French, so kick-ass. It is just like the best thing ever. Those of you who are already working in RAW files, you can see that, you know, it's kind of crazy because they're huge, enormous. But we'll get more comfortable with that. So don't worry, I'm going to show you all about that Camera Raw, that great, great, great thing. And yes, it is, you have so many more options with Camera Raw than just, you know, a file that has already been automatically compressed into a smaller file, and there's less information, and that's what a JPEG is. However, we must use a JPEG in most instances because it's a smaller file. So we're going to do both. Metadata, I can show you what I know about that. It's, you know, not such a big deal at this level. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I will put that in my help video. Oh, 3! I know, it does seem complicated, doesn't it? But take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. We're going to take it slow. Okay, so I do love this first image. I have to say I think everything looks beautiful, but her skin tone is a little bit saturated for me. It looks a little bit almost too like coral pink. So I think it's just exaggerated just a little bit too much, and that's nothing to worry about. Everything else is beautiful and pops. I can see why you chose this image. Chose to do those, saturation choices or contrast, whichever. And you also have one photo here, so we need 2 more, and you can absolutely send those to me and I will update your assignment. Okay, last one that turned in. Got a couple people didn't turn in yet. Okay, so wasn't that cool? Combining 2 images? Yeah, you can really see how, what is that called? It's called something dynamic range. High dynamic range, I think, where you can layer and we're going to get into bracketing, and that sounds like, I always was like afraid of that word. I was like, oh God, bracketing, oh. But when we do it, it's, it's really pretty simple. And that's what it is. Layering the pictures is bracketing. So that's nice that you already understand it. Amazing. I'm glad you feel like a 6. That feels like about normal. The thing I see about this picture is that it is a raw file, which, bravo for getting into the raw files, but it's the only picture I see. So when I open it up, hold on, here it is. I did download it already. So when I open it up, I can see your lovely image, so cute. It's almost like there's mountains behind this little guy, and lovely focus on it. And then this is raw. So because it's a raw file, NEF, what is it? Nikon, I can't remember what the letters stand for, but I know, I know what camera you used. I can play around with the sliders over here. How fun. It's awesome. And then to get to Photoshop, I just have to click open. I could just say I'm done and, keep it as a raw file with edits, but most likely you're going to want to go into Photoshop, because then you can save it as a smaller file. So now I can click on File, Save As. You got to tell it where do you want to save it on your computer. And then you can name it whatever I want. I don't want it in my downloads because that's too hard to find. So I'm going to put it in my Dylan folder from this week. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. This is just, got some information, the color profile, and then I'm going to save it. And so now I've got a smaller, more manageable file, and that'll be easier to upload. And I also need 2 more pictures from you, Dylan. Okay, guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to cut this off right here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.